Going to be a quick one this week. Away from home, visiting family. I've been thinking a lot the last few weeks on, well, how most people live their lives. And a lot of people, I would say most people, live their lives exactly like what you see right now. Just staring down at the very present, at the very instant. These people use terms like living in the moment. People who don't look ahead and don't really consider what has come before, but rather are just taking life as it comes. It's not living so much as reacting to life. As you watch my feet walking right now, if a big puddle were to be right ahead or some pitfall, if all I'm looking at is down at my feet, well, I'm going to get into that puddle or I'm going to trip into that pitfall. Now some people, fewer people without a doubt, will live their lives like this, where they do have some foresight. If a puddle were to come up right now or some pitfall, they would be able to take a step aside and avoid the problem. It's not a tremendous amount of warning, but they would see some of the immediate things coming their way, and it's true also of the past. They'll have some short version of what came before, and it could help them make decisions going forward. And then there are these people. People who are walking through life with goals and objectives, things that they aspire to. They have an end point that they're looking at and are interested in getting to. And these people will also have a rear view and see not just where they're going, but will have some kind of idea of where they came from. There's dangers in that, of course. One of the dangers being, well, you don't really know how long the road is, and some people set unrealistic goals. And because this life is unpredictable, you never really know when you just simply run out of road. And then there are even fewer people. And this tiny, tiny little minority of people not only look ahead, they not only consider what's come before, but will actually look up and will consider the blue sky here. They'll consider that this blue sky isn't some canvas up above simply meant to close life in, but rather that these blue skies are an illusion, light refracting in our atmosphere, that really, beyond the blue up there, is a near infinite cosmos. That it's not just about, well, what came before and what is yet to happen, but rather there's a whole existence up there. There's a whole infinity up there that kind of informs what's come before and what's ahead. And these few people consider these things. King David was such a man. In Psalm 8, he wrote that when he considered the heavens, the work of God's fingers, the moon, the stars, which God's ordained, he asked the question, what is man that he would be mindful, that God would be mindful of him, or the Son of Man, that God would visit him? And in Psalm 19, again, King David wrote that the heavens up there declared the glory of God, and the firmament showed God's handiwork. Very few people stop and consider these weighty things, these eternal things. I think so many people in this life miss out and really don't understand what is ultimately their place in the universe. Won't you, this week, dear viewers, not only consider the path that you came from, or the path that you're currently on? Won't you consider also what's above? Won't you consider eternal and weighty things? Won't you consider God's handiwork? Won't you consider the whole of God's creation and your part and your role in it? Dear viewers, I trust you'll take that time even this week. God bless you all.